Welcome. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday. He was the wizard of 1,000 kings, and I chanced to meet him one night wandering. He told me tales, and he drank my wine, me and my magic man kind of feeling fine. He wore a cloak of gold and had eyes of fire, and as he spoke, I felt a deep desire to free the world from its fear and pain and help the people to feel free again. Why don't we listen to the voices in our hearts? Because then I know we'd find we're not so far apart. Everybody's got to be happy. Everyone should sing. And for then we know the joy of life, the peace that love can bring. So spoke the wizard in his mountain home. The vision of his wisdom means we'll never be alone. And I will dream of my magic night and the million silver stars that guide me with their light. Welcome to Being the Light, kids. Good to see you. I've just been in the midst of a crazy lightning thunderstorm, man. What a wild ride. I really, really, really love a good thunderstorm. I hope you guys are doing great. Labyrinthia, good to see you. Evelyn, what's up, girlfriend? How'd you go today, man? What's up, Charlene? Good to see you. Kels, nice to see you. Hello, me and my shadow. There you are. Yeah, Glenda Finkenstein. Good to see you. Jennifer McCormick. Wonderful as always. You have the prettiest energy. I really enjoy looking at your aura. It's super fun. Oh. I hope everybody's having a good ride and getting by on Mercury retrograde. Man, just have patience. I can't tell you. I have just gotten bombarded with like the dump truck of Mercury retrograde things. Like yesterday, I got on to start doing some loading up, and I've got 3 Facebook pages. None of them would load my chats. I stewed about it. I was like, I gotta go. I'm like, no, it's Mercury retrograde. Just chill out, man. I woke up this morning, turned on the computer, bink. Everything worked just fine. And it's kind of been like that all week. I've been sort of laughing and trying to keep my sense of humor. And again, the sun's just going absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. So if you're finding yourself feeling a little oh, you hanging in there, Evie? Yeah, what everybody say was, did it go good? Well, where are you in Florida? I'm in Sebring, right in the middle of the state. Yeah, Kim Princess. Kim says Mercury retrograde's been kicking my ass. You are not alone. You are not alone. Hey, there's Carol. Good to see you. My little practice crew here tonight. Yeah. All right. So, as always, want to thank my angel sponsor, Ernie Mosteller. at Fried Ochre Entertainment, and you can scope out Ernie's amazing photography on his Instagram site, Ernie Mosteller. And just as always, a heartfelt thanks for the support and the belief and um, the flow to keep us going. Thanks again, man. Ernie and I have been friends for 40 years, man. We've watched each other grow up from little young bucks that thought they were going to take over advertising. Yeah, always good to be on the other side for sure. The beautiful Ms. Rose, thank you so much for sharing space with us tonight. Good to see you as always. Um, I sent you a text about this the other day, but those little pictures that you sent me, man, they're pretty crazy, and I put them in Photoshop and brought out a bunch more detail. Yeah, wow, Vivian, all the way from Taiwan, man, good to see you. Glad you're here. Glad you could make it. We're gonna have a fun show tonight, man. We're gonna talk about astral vision, and I'm gonna bust out some really specific crystals that we'll talk about. And I take every opportunity I possibly can to do some crystals. Um, yeah, let's see here. So I just pulled a kind of a card for the show and for everybody tonight. It's the Wheel of Fortune, and the Wheel of Fortune is really a great card. And if things are not going so cool, like Mercury retrograde kicking your ass, know that like that wheel is always turning, and goodness is on the way. So everybody just hold on tight. I was talking about the sun thing. That sun energy really affects me in a really significant way. It has an emotional effect that's really intense, and it winds up making me really cranky and wanting to fight. And like, that's so not me. And I'm like, oh wow, man, yeah, here's what's going on. It also really drains my energy and makes it kind of difficult to sleep too. I showed you Earthmaster's site last week. Really great place to go. There's also a really great place to go called Earth or Space Weather, and they show the human resonance charts, and they show the different filtered views of the sun, where you can see all of the sunspots, and um, it's a very real, super real effect for sure. All right. Okay. This got brought up. Like, I had a number of instances to relate this week, and I thought I'd share this with you guys too. Um, it's really easy these days to. Okay, let me back up. I was a young buck in an advertising agency, and back then, like everybody, like the way you survived and progressed was to win awards with your work, and they would be published in the annuals, and then the headhunters notice you, and then you actually have a career. So I was really just gung ho about that, and I did really well in first couple of competitions I entered, and I started getting the big head, man. Like, oh wow, you're and my creative director came up and just not reprimanded me, but just kind of said, "Listen, piece of advice: don't ever buy your own shtick." And you have to remember, this is back in the '80s, and that was the time when everybody talked about themselves in a third person, like they were a product, and like blowing up everything, over inflating your resume. Like it was a crazy time of personal aggrandizement. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Um, and I was like, yeah, 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 yeah. Well, did I listen to that? No, I didn't. And I like let myself really blow some stuff up that was totally unnecessary, because I lost sight of the fact that not only was I not above the game is always in control. And the second you forget that and um, start believing the picture that you paint to the public, the game comes around to remind you. So, just word of advice: don't ever buy your own shtick. Keep yourself, keep yourself like realistic, and yeah, because honestly, the better you get, the more you know, the more you realize you don't know. You know, I sort of revel in my stupidity now. I'm like, oh man, there's not any way conceivably that you could learn it all, man. It's just so vast, and which is what makes it really exciting for me. But at the same time, like, remembering that that place that you're a cog in the wheel, not the wheel itself or in the machine. So, anyway, enough of that. So let's talk about some astral vision. Everybody, there's a lot of mediums, a lot of channelers on this channel, and I think everybody comes to their natural ability in a really individual and unique way. I think everybody's probably yeah, Vivian said that's an important lesson you learned here on Earth, Brian Lar. Yeah, that's the truth. And no, I learned my lesson. I'm a dumb FFer. And happy to be that, actually. Um, my my first inkling, or the first thing that I realized that I did without trying, was I had far sight vision. I would see stuff 5, 6, 7, 8 years in advance, which didn't really do me a lot of good. And especially young, like, I learned to keep that really quiet because, oh, here's the very first one. I'm like 6 years old. I'm watching soap operas with my mother and a couple of her friends, and I'm playing around on the floor. And all of a sudden, the TV goes into the whole big thing, like President Kennedy just got shot and was assassinated. And like everybody in the whole country just went, oh, it was a crazy, crazy energy. And I remember standing there in the middle of the room, and I just got this vision, and I went, and they're gonna kill his brother too. And my mom looked at me like, what just came out of your mouth? And the other two women looked at my mom like she had a demon child or something. And everybody just kind of laughed it off. And what was it? 5 years later, 6 years later, they assassinated Bobby as well. And I think that there were a number of things like that. It was never really fun stuff. It was always something really intense or something coming up. So the fact that it's 5, 6 years in the future, like, nobody really can relate to that. So I've always kept that to myself. Anyway, that was the first jump off point for me. And I started working on, especially when I've been studying with my teacher now for like 20 years. And, his thing is always like, his main thing is the telekinetics and energy stuff. But as much as that's important, the receptive and clairvoyant aspect is important as well. I didn't know how to see auras. I didn't know how to astral travel. I didn't know how to change my perspective on what I was looking at. I didn't know how to do any of those things. As a matter of fact, I would tell him often, I don't think I'm clairvoyant. He's like, dude, what's wrong with you? Oh, man. So anyway, as part of the practice that I've been doing with him, being able to see your aura and understanding your aura and the structures in it and how to navigate that and flow with that and work with that, super huge part of the work. So I got on it, and it started really small, like just a little glow around it. But and there are some methods. We can do a show on like how to see your aura, and there are like two or three different ways to kind of get in and start scoping it. Once you start scoping it, and like that little first band of whiteness, like it starts growing, and you start perceiving the color outside of that, and it grows, and like, man, that's the most beautiful thing ever. I never turn that vision off now. Like I look, like when I meet people, I'm seeing light and energy before I'm actually seeing them. And I would love to share that perspective with you guys. Because it's like being in the Wizard of Oz movie where Dorothy walks out of the house that just fell in Kansas, and it's all like gray and black and white, and she opens up and like, color, oh my God. You get to see this whole new aspect to the world that informs you and thrills you and awes you, and in so many ways. So that's a really great skill to work on. And if you can't see it now, but you want to, that is that's something you can actually go after and get. It's not going to happen like that. You're not going to like take one class, and I mean, maybe you will, but the likelihood that you'll just take one class and see it, not there. But if you choose to incorporate that into practice, and practice should not be a obligation and a duty that you have to do, man. Nobody wants to do that. And if you put it in that compartment, you'll never practice. But if you put it in the compartment of like, wow, I want to see that, man, I want to go, it's a lot more fun. And I can't imagine a day without pushing a little farther in some direction that I'm working on. So practice. My girl Jennifer Rose, like early on when I first started hearing her speaking, made a comment, just show up and do the fucking work, and that is absolutely so true, and that's the only thing that buys you like real ground. All right. So auras, super great thing to be able to see. Being able to take your attention and astral travel, man, it opens up the whole multiverse to you. When you get practiced and you get some years under your belt, you start being able to recognize frequencies of where you go. You ride down to blank space, man, get to the quantum field, pick out a frequency, and boom, you're there. And you get to explore that world and experience that space. And wow, amazing. And once you learn to separate your consciousness and your perception from your physical body, it opens up innumerable ways for you to view the world. And one of my favorite discoveries during that is like your perception of the way you see the world now with your physical eyes, like you're not limited to that anymore. You can ride outside yourself, and like I explored my aura, the different bands of the aura, and go in there. Like you can take your perception and make it microscopic and go inside. So like I went into my different bands, and I'm like, it's not just light there, man. There's all kinds of structures, and like, wow, oh my goodness, are you kidding? And vice versa. As much as you can go down, and you can keep going down all the way to the particle level, the materialization thing that I did with the salt and the water, that's how I get there with that, is going down to the particle level, spinning those particles up and ramping up that frequency so that it is no longer in phase in this particular frequency. So as much as you can macro down or micro down, you could macro out too. And I use that all the time. I love starting, like where we're at in the energetic ocean, amazing place, and you could just start writing, taking your vision and riding up from there, going up through the sky, out into space, looking back at the world, checking out all of the energies that are happening and flowing around the world, and keep going out. You're looking at the planets and the solar system and the galaxy, and like there's no limit to that. And wow, what an incredible experience it is to, like, it really humbles you in such an amazing way, and makes you feel part of it, and like the wonder of just seeing how amazingly complex and beautiful the whole structure is. Really great. So being able to see auras, being able to change your perspective on your vision, um, really super great, and to be able to then astral travel and go wherever you want. And a great place to start for all of those. Karen, good to see you. Welcome. Um, a, a really, oh, shit. Yeah, I'll come back. All right. So there's some tools and stuff that I love to use to enhance my meditations and my astral travel, my channeling, and bringing in voices or entities. And yeah, quartz crystals, beautiful quartz crystals. A lot of people use crystals. There are some people that I'm going to point out some things about the crystals um, that are a little bit different than what I see a lot of people talking about, and that's the number of sides on the crystal, and how that top part of that is put together kind of marks it, or sets it up for a matrix of different kinds of energy to be able to use, right? um Here, let me bring up something. Oh, wow, before we get into this, I almost screwed up and missed this. We did the little exercise last week where you drew your life in one continuous line. This is my friend Natalie's. Um, Super fun, super cool. And Evie sent a couple of them. Yeah, let's see if I can blow that up a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Evie, these are great, man. And I like it. It's so graphic. I can kind of see the energy of where you've been on that. What a great journey, man. Thanks for taking that so seriously. I think that's the first one you sent me. Um, yeah, really cool. I hope you guys enjoyed that last week. It was a fun exercise. I love doing that. All right, let me get rid of those. Let me replace that. All right, I put together 3 pages. This is the first one. It's in a PDF, so I can't load it up in a sequence. So I'm just going to have to show you these. Um, and this I did for myself. This is in my little magic book. I got examples of, I think there's like 25 or 26 different crystals. Um, Record keeper crystals, key crystals, Isis crystals, twin crystals, channeling crystals, generator crystals, the Tao crystal. And all of those have different functions, and um, let you in different in different ways. If you guys are interested in this, I'm going to show some other stuff here in just a second too. Let me get rid of this one. Yeah. I will be happy to share those PDF pages with you, and it could kind of show you the categories. They have really nice little descriptions about what they're about, and they're good enough to get you into some further exploration if you're interested. Here, I've got some really clear examples here. All right, this is an example of a channeling crystal, and it's got seven. It's got seven sides to the top here, and on either side of it is a perfect triangle on either side, and on the back, directly behind it, is a pentagon, perfect shaped pentagon, and those crystals, when I hold them and do my meditation and do my channeling, things are clearer, things are faster. I really enjoy this kind of crystal a lot. Let me see if I have that one here. All right, this one is called a Tao crystal. And it is really used for connecting to the higher realms in a very real way. This is another example of a channeling crystal. It makes the hunt. This is a grounding crystal, and you can tell a grounding crystal because instead of 6 or 7 sides, this one has 8 sides. Yeah, and it has a really specific clear triangle on the backside face of this as well. This is one of my favorite kinds of crystals. It's called a phantom crystal. Here, let me blow that up a little bit. Yeah, and the thing that's like you see those white lines in it, that's where the crystal stopped growing and then started growing again. More material came in, or for the conditions changed, and for whatever reason, it started growing again, and it left that little skeleton of where the crystal stopped. So you can tell all the way up, like how many layers of that happened. And the thing that this crystal is really super good for, we did the past life thing last week. This is great. I've used it for so many of my own explorations into that. And it's like riding each one of those little levels is amazing. And yeah, I've got a couple more examples of that. Super, super cool. And this is my little favorite of my own. Yeah. I broke it. What a bombhead. Okay. There is a thing called a window crystal. And this is one of my go-to guys, right? Here, let me see if I can get this out so I can see it better. Let me see. Yeah, see that diamond right there? That's how you recognize it as a window crystal. And what that diamond is used is for going deep into trance, deep into meditation, and riding inside the crystal through that little window. And it's pretty amazing. And they come in a couple of different ways. Sometimes, like this one, the triangle is leaning to the right. So it's really great for getting stuff from the future. And if it's leaning to the left, it's really great for grabbing stuff from the past. And if it's right straight up, it's present moment, present time. Window crystals are really beautiful and very, 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 um, very useful. Let's see. What's that? I have a crystal from a crystal mine with the dirt on it, uncut. Well, my preference is always for the unpolished ones, for exactly this reason. Um, the next ones I want to show you are called record keepers. Here, let me go to this one. All right, when you look at the face and you see these little triangles on it, that means there's some programming in there, and there's information to go get. I know a couple of my friends poo-poo that, but I've really experienced some great things using this particular thing. I rode back to Rome, and I was like a legionnaire in a Roman army marching. I actually have some pictures of that, like I got from the surface of the crystal. I should have queued those up this week. I'll share those with you next week. But record keepers are amazing. And I search them out. Like, when I do my crystal shopping now, like I'm looking for specific kinds and configurations. Because if I didn't, I just want to buy the whole shop because I can't get enough. All right. Another really important, we can get rid of these. Another really important and useful one is a double terminated crystal. A double terminated crystal is all about balance, especially when it's kind of like even, it's already balanced and even like this. This was a gift from my teacher, actually. Um, Actually, he materialized this in the middle of this big geode I have. I heard it clicking around. I'm like, wow. And he pulls it out and like, here. So anyway, I tend to keep one of these around all the time. This one lives on my desk 24/7. Great for emotional grounding. Great for keeping the energy balanced in your immediate area. Really great tool. All right, a couple more. I'll try not to belabor this too long. Um, you know, what wizard doesn't have a real crystal ball? And oh man, this one is just so juicy. It's got angels and rainbows, and there is kind of a methodology. It's like that when you really get down to blank space, but you can open your eyes and kind of diffuse looking at directly at the crystal, and you'll kind of notice some little haziness happen, and that's when I know I'm in and I can ride in. um, I do have to show you my pride and joy. I've done some traveling with this baby. Yeah, man, this was a really rare find. This is not glass, this is actually crystal. And yeah, it was very hard. I got this a long time ago. I don't even know how much something like this would cost these days. It was really expensive back then, but it was worth every single cent. And I love keeping this around. I love light painting with this. This projects and absorbs light in a really amazing way. Great, 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 great tool. All right. Oh, good question. Any particular crystal to connect with the angels or guides? That's where the channeling crystal, like, I channeled the angels and invoked them when I did my deck, and I had oh man, I can't find it right now, but I had my channeling crystal with me the entire time, and like I said when I was describing that, it really helps to uh, amplify and clarify and crystallize your connection. So super good. Um, the channeling crystal is the one with seven sides, right? If anybody is tickled or their curiosity is tickled, and you want more information, please feel free to give me a yell at wizardofod.com down there, and I'll be happy to get back with you and give you what I can. And again, if you're interested in getting those 3 PDFs, shoot me an email tomorrow and I'll be happy to send them out to you free of charge. Yeah. All right. There's a couple takers on that already. So Vivian, shoot me an email tomorrow. I'll shoot it right out to you. Yeah. Hello, Gavin. Welcome. Veronica, welcome. The quartz is not, I would recommend smoky quartz for this. Many times when I'm doing shadow work or new moon work, the smoky quartz has a grounding about it and an energy that really works with that energy a lot. Full moon stuff as well. I still use the smoky quartz, and I've got a little smoky quartz crystal ball that has black rutile through it. I use that a lot for that as well. Yeah. Let's see. Any guys? Good questions. Uh, let's see. All right. So we talked about auras. Go after it. I would love to. Maybe Vivian already asked for shows, so maybe we'll have to get that on the road. You can use breathing to get there. I've got a couple methods that have really been successful helping people crack that first part of it, and most of it's telling yourself that you believing, not just telling yourself, but believing you can actually see it, and putting enough time in to work on it. And with these things, it's really not it's not like calisthenics, like you're going out there and you're working it. You're trying to find that little groove, that little flow that you can plug into. And the way to do that is just to look all the time. Get yourself focused, just look and just spend a few minutes. It doesn't have to be hours or anything. It doesn't have to be wearing you out. Just give it a few minutes and do that a lot, and you'll notice some actual progress. I promise you. Yeah, for sure. All right. I won't belabor this anymore. I had one more thing on there, and that's talking about crystal clusters. Yes. You're not alone in that, Vivian. Vivian says, I feel auras before I see them. But when you teach yourself to see them, that feeling will blow up. You know, when you're very first starting, it's cool to try to make all the conditions really good. But the way I really got proficient was practicing in the grocery store. I get in line, and I hate waiting in line. I'm an Aquarian. I'm an Aquarian Sag. I hate waiting. And so I just turned it into a little practice session, and I started reaching out to the people, other people that were in line, and trying to pick up stuff from them. And then I really started trying to see their colors and their aura. And you could not pick a worse place to try to do that. Like the lighting, the fluorescent lighting, horrible, man. Try to see an aura in fluorescent lighting. Not that easy, man. And a lot of noise, and you're somewhere weird, and like all of the conditions are against that, you know. But I didn't really care because I didn't really have anything to lose. And I just started, like, every time I went, like zooming in, zooming in. And all of a sudden I'm starting to see them. And wow, once I got really good at being able to see them in the grocery store when the room got dark. Woo! I go out in the garden now, man. It's a light show. It's not dark. It's a light show. And really, really wonderful way to, make it hard, or make it a challenge. Don't make it hard, but make it a challenge, and something and just stay with it. Nothing like just consistent going after it. That's the thing that'll buy you purchase territory. All right. Okay, let's get about some, let's do a little sacred space, and do a little ride down to blank space, and then we'll do some readings. All right. If there are any more questions, please let me know. All righty. The light of the source, I banish and clean this space. I make this place pure. With the brilliant, radiant light of the source, I banish and clean this space. I make this place pure. With the light of the source, the true light, wow, whoa, the true light, I banish and clean this space. I make this place pure. We joyously come together tonight to create our sacred space, our place of safety, sanctuary, and light. We ask that our angels, guides, and allies be with us this evening, share their wisdom, their knowledge, and their absolute love of the source. We ask that we have eyes to see, ears to hear, and the wisdom to understand. And with absolute gratitude for all of it, infinite, unconditional love, and our wish for bliss to the source, we open our circle. All right, let's do a little blank space breathing. If you're new here tonight, we do this exercise every week. Like, the most important thing you could go after is being able to get your meditation down to where there's no mind. I call it blank space, which also actually is superposition quantum field, which is, we'll talk about that later. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to draw in as deep as you can. When you think you're full, pack a little more in until you just can't fit anymore. We're going to use your solar plexus to draw and take in through your nose. And don't make it air, make it beautiful, golden, healing source energy. okay? And let it just flow in through your nose, down your body, flow out into your light body, and just brighten everything up, okay? I'm then gonna do a little guided talking, getting you down as your breath goes out. Release it really slow. Try to just follow along with my voice. And then when I get to the word silence, just freeze frame. Just freeze frame. Don't breathe. Don't move. Don't think. Just stop. And we're going to hold that for 8, 10 seconds. And then we'll repeat that. The last one we're going to hold for 30 seconds. If you can't hold your breath that long, no worries. Just stay in the headspace and take really shallow, just enough breath to get you through. Okay. All right. Inhale. Use your solar plexus into the nose, much as you can. And release the noise, the chaos, the static of the world fading into the distance. No future, no past. Deeper silence. And inhale, bright golden energy. Fuse your whole body. And release, sinking deeper and deeper into the bliss of the silence. No thoughts, no mind. Deeper silence. Last one, we'll hold this for 30. Inhale, make it count, stretch. And release, turning off the machine, winding down. Silence. $15. And 30. Take a nice deep breath. Stay there for just a second. All right, we're going to go ahead and do this. I want you to bring yourself from blank space so that you're floating effortlessly on the energetic ocean, the golden energy ocean. Perfectly relaxed. And I want you to move outside of your body and look back, look down on your body floating. Good. All right. Now I want you to start raising up slowly, higher and higher, up through the clouds. Your vision is expanding. into space, out past the moon, wider and wider. Keep going outside the solar system. Keep going wider. You can see the whole galaxy. The black hole at the center, the trillions and trillions of bright stars. All right, now slowly start bringing your attention, narrowing your focus and your vision, slowly back down, past the moon. You can see the whole earth and all the energy swirling around it, approaching back down through the upper atmosphere, down through the clouds, back into your body. Fun. All right, start bringing yourself back to awareness, back to this reality. While you guys are doing that, I'm going to pull a group card, angel card. Let me get my little guys up here. Okay. Here, bear with me. Just stay nice and still. Yeah, this just, okay. There we go. Sorry, that took a second. All right, here we go. Words of wisdom for our energetic family. Words of wisdom for our energetic family. Words of wisdom for our energetic family. Ah, nice. Number 43, the angel of prosperity. Your expectation has gone unfulfilled. Your emotional attachment. Wow, this is so okay. Your expectation has gone unfulfilled. Your emotional attachment to the outcome has resulted in deep disappointment. When you choose to view this as a loss, grief, pain, and heartache can fill you to the brim. This takes a while to heal. You feel turmoil inside, like the surface of a violent sea. You never sufficiently appreciate something until you have lost it. Releasing someone you love or letting go of a habitual behavior, never easy. Experience your grief and learn to move through. When something you have put your heart and soul into it has not worked out the way you wanted, you doubt in the very beliefs that have sustained you. Turning your grief inward is appropriate for a short time, but when you finally shed the sorrow, pick up the pieces and press on, the real healing begins. Find a new passion, set your sights on a new goal, and do things in the moment that will make it happen. Release your attachment to expected outcomes. Can we just repeat that? Release your attachment to expected outcomes. One more time. Release your attachment to expected outcomes and cross the bridges as you come to them. Release yourself from heartache. Choose to seek a bright new beginning. All right. All right. Anybody looking for a reading out there? Get yourself in the list and let me pull a card for you. In the meantime, I've got somebody I wanna pull a card for. Words of wisdom from my good friend Augie. Words of wisdom from my good friend Og. Words of wisdom from my good friend Og. Huh. Um, yeah, this is the Superman card. Number 14, the Angel of Truth, Liberty, and Justice. I love the doves in this one. So and the light back there is just so radiant, sparkling. All right, Vivian, I'll be happy to hook you up. Freedom has arrived. Look with objective, open eyes and see clearly how you have created the situation you're experiencing. Free yourself from the oppressive circumstances. Blend your creativity and imagination and your logic and reason. See things clearly and use your powers to transform any situation. Recognize where in your life you have power and rebuild. You have a tremendous potential for focusing on innovative ideas and releasing the necessary burst of energy. Yeah. Um, Liberate yourself using your intuition and ingenuity. Know that you are free to fly like the wind. Believe and trust that there will be relaxation from any tension and the pressures ease off and the whole situation just seems to turn around. Awesome. All right, Vivian, this one's for you. Ah, all righty. Words of wisdom from my good friend Vivian. Vivian, focus. You're a little scattered. There you go. Bring it in. Words of wisdom from my good friend Vivian. Words of wisdom from my good friend Vivian. Here, this is a little encouragement from for somebody who's away from home. The angel of the expiation of light, number 27, good number. Victory, victory, victory. This is my favorite card to read. Keep the faith. The news you've been waiting for is coming, and you can win all your dreams. Don't give up. Yeah, don't give up at all. Keep trying. You will succeed. Believe in yourself. Know that you have been given the skills and opportunities to realize your hopes and dreams for the future. Relax and concentrate on the task at hand. You will succeed. You will know victory of the will over the physical world, the ability to change the course of destiny and thoughts. Success comes from gathering an excellent team to work together. You know that already, actually. You have the ability to persuade, influence, and counsel people from your struggles to develop your ideas. There will emerge a dominant theme and a leader. Not everyone or everything is trustworthy, though. Make sure you use your intuition. You will feel when something is not right and the red light goes on. Make sure you trust that. Shift your emphasis from problems to your joys. See your victory. Know that it's already done. Your optimism will produce the very success it desires and expects. Yeah. All right. Um, Karen, this one's for you. Uh, Well, it came that, yes, I'm glad. Karen, take a nice deep breath and let's connect. If you have something specific you want to know about, make sure you beam that to me really hard. Otherwise, we'll get an overview. Words of wisdom for my friend Karen. Words of wisdom for my good friend Karen. Words of wisdom for my good friend Karen. Ah, number 37, the angel of breaking the circle. You are at an impasse and you're having difficulty deciding which way to turn. The crashing waves of emotion make it difficult to know clearly what to do. You don't want to rock the boat, so you are very reluctant to express your opinions fully unless you are forced to. You seek to maintain the calm through your projected rationality, which causes you to ignore your intuitions. It is the conflict between your opinions and others which is causing the stalemate and indecision. You already know what to do. Isn't that always the case? You already know what to do. You're just telling yourself you don't in order to avoid that difficult situation. The picture is clear. Um, you have told yourself that you are blind, so you will not have to choose between friend and enemy. It's this very choice which is your first step towards involving yourself again. Your attempts to protect yourself have walled off your heart and stifled your emotions a little bit. This attempt to stop your emotions is literally making you more emotional. Let go in stillness and let the light flow through you. The tarot card for this is the two of cards or of swords, and that card represents like it's like a momentary peace between two opposing forces. So go ahead and have the argument, and go ahead and speak your truth loud, right? Yeah, go ahead and speak your truth. All right. Okay, Angela, this one's for you. We're doing okay. You know the drill, Angela. Get really focused. Take 3 nice deep breaths. Bring it down. Just get focused on what you want to know. Words of wisdom from my friend Angela. Words of wisdom from my friend Angela. Words of wisdom from my friend Angela. Ha, I know this one really, really well. It's number 31. Um, yeah. Uh, the angel of intellectual talent. My brain was not connected to my mouth there for just a second. That happens to be my birthday angel. We are constantly evolving, and reality around us is always changing. Staying healthy and whole requires constant change. Be like water and remain flexible, versatile, and adaptable. Some situations will call on all your energy just to keep going, hoping for things to get better. The habitual nature of your routine can give you a false sense of security. It's a comfortable lie. You know, all great masters were apprentices first. Yeah, you've got one. Yeah, you've got a teacher waiting, actually. You must be willing to undergo an apprenticeship to learn and acquire your mastery. Only then will you be recognized. You do things you have passion for and believe that they are worthy of your time and effort. Take care of yourself and your own needs first. Get your finances in order. Do not move in the extremes now by overextending yourself externally. Yeah, be frugal for a moment. You know your medium and your message so well that you work in harmony with their natures. You must care about your work, it must relate to the world, and you must feel like you're making a difference. Um, the tarot card that goes with this is the Eight of Pentacles, and that's the Apprentice card. So it kind of feels like you're changing up a little bit and trying to get into a new routine, a new uh, way of moving through the world. And there's nothing like having a really great teacher to help you um, take you under the wing and show you the ropes and save you so much time. You're not going to be making a ton of money when you're in learning process, but there's not a price you can put on the advice of a master who's willing to share those years of experience with you. So really super cool. You're very creative too, man. Yeah, your artistic pursuits are very connected to your spirituality. Man, they're really loud tonight. Okay, there you go, Angela. I hope that was good. Let's see, who else? Jennifer McCormick. You know the drill, girl. Focus it in. Words of wisdom from my good friend Jennifer McCormick. Words of wisdom from my good friend Jennifer McCormick. Words of wisdom from my good friend Jennifer. Where'd my glass go? Number 30, number 65, the angel of the fountain of wisdom. Your belief system is your connection to your mental foundation. Yeah. It is from there that you make amazing leaps of consciousness, then return to regroup and renew. You have wit and cunning, the ability to create plans and strategies. When the odds seem to be against you, that's when you are at your absolute best. You see things clearly. You see creative ways to disarm the enemy. You see things clearly and think ahead. Your attention to detail and preparedness heads off most potential pitfalls. Do something daring that proves your bravery, skill, speed, and cunning. Always have plan A, B, C, D, and all the way through Z. Plan your moves in advance for later action. You are perfecting your mastery and your wisdom. That is really true. You grow and gain insight as you learn to control your power, your emotions, and your intuition. Ramp up your practice. You're so good. Like move out into an area you haven't tried before and just see what happens. Go for it. Yeah, great treats waiting on just the other side of that. All right. Let's see, Ronnie. Ronnie, are you still here with me? Okay. All right, Ronnie. Um, please get really nice and focused, okay? All right, there we go. Ronnie's here. Three nice deep breaths. Three nice deep breaths. Nice and focused. Words of wisdom from my friend Ronnie. Words of wisdom from my friend Ronnie. Words of wisdom from my friend Ronnie. Number 23, the angel of healing capacity. Face it, you're bored. You need some motivation. You are unhappy with your accomplishments and the world in general. Man, that's kind of like the sun energy going on right now. Um, Allow things to flow. Have faith in God and the source to create the necessary changes to regenerate these circumstances. You are spiritually dissatisfied, exhausted, and disgusted with your current situation. Your intuition has been halted by your lack of focus or sense of purpose, and this indulgence in your emotions has led you to dissatisfaction and exhaustion. Anger is a great energy when you use it productively. Use your frustration to fuel your forward movement. Your fear becomes the target of your anger and thus loses its iron grip. Remain open to new opportunities that life is offering you now. They bring joy, contentment, peace, and deep, deep, abiding satisfaction. It's not as bad as you think it is, Ronnie. I know perception is reality, uh, but you have everything you need to move ahead and make it flow the way you want. And seriously, foster your connection with the source and use that energy. Man, that is such transformative, like deeply um, healing and rejuvenating energy. All right. Okay. I think I've got time for one more. Charlene. All right. All right. All right, Charlene. You know the drill, girlfriend. You're loud tonight, Charlene. Words of wisdom from my friend Charlene. Words of wisdom from my friend Charlene. Words of wisdom from my friend Charlene. Mm. Number 15, the angel of purification. Carefully review your situation now. Laser focus on your priorities and full steam ahead. Face your fears head on. Yeah, tell them to stuff it. Feel your grief and take that time to heal. Complete the process by transmuting any loss. Experience pain, identify the source of the emotions you're experiencing, and then you will know what core belief it is you must change. Stress and depression are the last despair of your reason before the birth of brand new possibilities. They break through from the unconscious and flow freely now. Prioritize now. What is most important for you to complete? Pick one and start. Immerse yourself completely and totally in your work. You should be practicing too, girlfriend. Not to give advice, but you should be practicing too. Have faith in yourself and the path you have committed to. And don't worry about what anyone else thinks about the path you've committed to. Mind is now keenly aware of self and of the magnitude of what it is asked to be privy to. It has asked for and been given access to a level of knowledge which has a commensurate level of responsibility, and now demands the letter of the law. The more you know you owe, and the more you know you don't know and never will know. And that's the glory of life, actually. Yeah. Get out of that brain too, man. That circle thinking does you no favors, Charlene. And it's not worth like being upset about anyway. Like proactive, not reactive. Go after something you love and do and put that focus in there, and the other situation will like take care of itself, or it just won't matter. Okay. All righty. Let's see. Yeah. Wow. K Wheezy, there you are. All right, this is the last one. You're welcome, Vivian. All right, K Wheezy, you know the drill, bro. Words of wisdom from my friend K Wheezy. Words of wisdom from my friend K Wheezy. Words of wisdom from my friend K Wheezy. Ah, number 59, the angel of intellectual richness. I love this card. That's one of my favorite visuals. Bear with me. You like being in charge and you like the feeling of power. You have discipline and the ability to empower oneself and others. The ability to find whatever resources you need, combined with your ability to concentrate and focus your full power in practical ways that assures your success. You will work hard for money. You possess a sound head in business matters and have well rounded goals. You consolidate your power so that you act with assurance, but you must feel secure in your sense of own self worth. Only then do you have a sense of humor about yourself. Man, being able to laugh at yourself, sets you free. When we can look at and be amused by and appreciate like all of our flaws, and like it sets you free. You have gone through some serious financial difficulties in the past, and your response has been to focus on providing protection from an underabundance of money, a buffer against future economic hardships. You have begun isolating and excluding others through your need for personal security. That's an easy thing to fall into. You're you block yourself from the world around you sometimes. You will remain vulnerable to life, though, no matter how self centered you try to be. This selfishness is necessary now, though. It is the time to restructure and give meaning to the bitter chaos and mental universe you have endured so far, and watch the light bloom over the mountains and a new reality grow. Yeah. You know, like ever since they gave me that message for you the other couple few weeks ago about like you doing some sound healing stuff, I keep like every time I see your name, man, I see you playing a djembe or a handpan or like rocking on like um, yeah, some sound healing activity. So anyway, hope that was good for you. All right, looks like we've come to the end of another. Wow, it's late. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, okay, man. I always do this to Jennifer. Oh, I don't think she's. Yeah. Okay. I think we're good. All right. So, as always, hit the like, subscribe, the hashtag live thing. Man, my mouth just doesn't want to connect to my brain tonight. And tomorrow, I've got a really special thing like happening. I'm doing a special edition of the show tomorrow at noon Eastern time, and I have my friend. Jamie Wilkins coming on, amazing composer, physical and experiential medium, and a very amazing, bright light soul. So we're going to talk about music and using music as part of your practice. And I hope that you'll join us tomorrow. I know it's like early, like compared to this, but I'd still love to see you and have you come and play with us. And we'll write some music using names tomorrow. So it should be pretty fun. And Jamie's an amazing person. So come spend some time with us. Yeah. So yeah. Just from the bottom of my heart, thanks. Every time I see you guys every week, it's like we're just building something really cool here, and I'm really grateful for you sharing energy and making this a wonderful space for us to be in. All right, until next week. Oh, you're really welcome, Jennifer. I'm glad it resonated. All right. We joyously come to the end of our gathering and send everyone on their happy way. We thank our angels, guides, and allies for their wisdom, their knowledge, and their love of the source. And with absolute gratitude for all of it, the good, the bad, and especially the ugly, infinite, unconditional love, and our wish for bliss to the source. Until next week, be in the light.